Hello and welcome to my tutorial on using Explain Everything on the iPad. This is just the first part of this tutorial. The second one will involve all of the different recordings that you can do using this app. You will first need to obtain this app from the App Store if you do not have it. It costs around $5. If you have the app already but aren't sure where it is, remember we can just pick any app and slide down with it to open up the search bar at the top, and we can type in the name of the app and you can see it comes up and you can click on it and it will open automatically. So Explain Everything is an interactive whiteboard app where you can record the things that you write and show on the screen. So you can see there's two presentations up here that are for math. So this is a good tool for that, but it's a good tool for anything because you can put in pictures and slides that you've already used or created to display a lesson or give an explanation of something. For this tutorial, we're just going to create a new presentation and then look at all of the tools that are available to you. So I'm going to hit the plus sign in the top left corner. You can see it asks me to select a color template, which is basically the three colors that I'll be using to write with, and the background color. Now the background color is harder to change once you've started a presentation, but you can change the colors at any time. I'm just going to pick the first one, and you can see we get a white background with the three colors that they told us about in the beginning. I'm going to tell you about some of the tools on the side. We're not really going to go in order because you have to do some things first to understand how the other tools work. So you can see it starts out with the pencil highlighted, and what that does is obviously lets you write. So I can write on my board in whatever script that I choose to write. I'm writing in black right now. I can write in blue if I just change the color like that. If I want to change to maybe one of these colors that isn't here, I just touch it again, and now I can pick a different color and I can write in green. I can also change the thickness of my pencil lines if I touch and hold the pencil mark, and I can change what the pen tip looks like, and I can change the width of my writing utensil. Below the pencil, you see a box, a circle, and an arrow all together. If I touch and hold that, you can see that I have some shapes that are built in. I have a circle, a square, an arrow, a line, and a star, and then some things about the shadow and the border. So it usually starts with the arrow highlighted. So if I want to draw an arrow, I just draw an arrow with my finger. You can see how that works. It's got the border and stuff already selected for you. If I want to draw another one, I just touch that symbol again and I can draw another arrow. If I want to move that arrow around, I have to be in the tool at the very top corner, the arrow tool. So I'm going to be able to move this around. I can also move the screen around as well, the slide around with that tool. The next thing down is the A, so obviously that's text. When I have that clicked on, I can touch anywhere on the screen and I can write. I'm going to write in the color that I currently have selected, so that's something to remember. You can change the font by touching and holding the A, and you can have different font and different font size if you choose to. The next thing that we're going to talk about is looks like a piece of paper with a plus sign. If I click that, it's going to let me insert an object. So I can insert an existing photo, another file, a browser page, a new picture, a new video from the camera, or a sound that already exists. So if I want to put in a new picture, I can do that by clicking on that, and it's going to look at my camera roll, and I can put in a picture of the heart right here. So I can edit it in whatever way I choose. If I think that's fine, I can hit done, and now I have a heart on my slide. So my slide's looking a little cluttered. Maybe I need a new slide that I want to use. So what I'm going to use is the tool right below the hand button. So it's a rectangle with a plus. And when I do that, I'll get a whole new page. You can see at the bottom it says I'm on slide 2 of 2 now instead of slide 1 of 2. So I can go back very easily, or I can go to slide 2 of 2. I can add as many slides as I need to. If you go back to the paper with the plus sign, if we want to add a new browser, this is an interesting feature. It's basically going to open up a new page of Safari, and I can open up a web page right from there. And I'm still in this app, and it will be on my presentation. As long as this connects, there you go. So while you were recording your presentation, you could go to a website, show how to navigate a website. So this is a good type of tool for if you're trying to teach how to navigate some sort of website. I'm going to make a new slide, I think. There we go. And so I have 2 slides, 3 and 4, that are blank. We have a couple more tools that we haven't talked about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert some new shapes so that we can talk about those. So I'm going to put a circle in, and I'm going to put a square in. Okay, so we have the X sign that's right about in the middle. In order to delete things off the page, you have to have the X part activated. So whenever I select anything now, it's going to come up with a dotted box around it with an X, and I can delete. If we go back to our original slide where we had so much stuff and activate the delete mode, when I touch this, it's going to delete all of this text at once because it's all a text object. But my other shapes are still there, so I can now delete this error if I don't want it anymore. So just remember, you have to be in the delete mode to delete something off of it. The next button is the laser button, and so what that does is when you have that on, it creates a red laser. So this is good for circling things and pointing things out. So I didn't want to use this before because we hadn't touched it yet, but it would be easier for me to say, hey, look, here's the button to add a new page. What's interesting is that I can add a new page anywhere I want. So right now I'm on slide 1 of 4. I can add a new page right now, and this is my new second page instead of that being my second page. So that's a good thing if you forget to put a slide in somewhere. Of course, you have your undo button, and there the arrow, and then you have a zoom button, and you also have a rectangle with a smaller rectangle. What that does is it removes all the toolbars so you have more of a working space for when you're recording. That's about all that we can cover in this tutorial. The next one will tell you how to record things and how to modify your recordings. I hope you were able to understand more what some of the tools are and explain everything, and that you'll be able to make a good presentation.